Welcome to World of Warship Legends with Redsorax. First, I want to thank everybody for the support. I started a Facebook page today for Redsorax, putting all of gameplay and other information about this game. If you have any questions, you can go there, or you can reach me at Twitter at Redsorax. Either one of them will get me. I also have other ways of communication. You can reach me right here on YouTube, and I have some other things that are already in the pipe work, but I'll roll them out later. Now today we're going to go ahead and look at the Tier 6 Myoko and how, when you're in a cruiser, you should sweetly make love to islands and play the peek-a-boom role. In Americans, it's easy because you can lob over the islands, but in every other country and nation, the guns don't elevate quite that way. So you got to pop around the island back and forth. So as you can see, I'm running a double flag for credits, a double flag for speed, and a double flag for experience. And I'm using a camouflage on my ship, but it is only for dispersion, no concealment. Also, I want to discuss, there is no right or wrong way to set up a ship. If it works for you, it's right. If you're not getting the best out of it, look at something else, and I'll show you that here. Today, my commander is rank 12, Isiroko Yamamoto, 1 legendary. Right through is his base trait, giving the AP shells extra penetration. The first slot is beyond range, so I can reach out with my guns even further. My second slot is igniter because Japanese shells are really good at HE damage. Punch through is in my third slot, so if I need the cruiser's AP shells, I can get some more penetration and damage out of them. Slot 4 is fixated, so I get better precision and dispersion of the main battery guns, allowing my groups to be a lot tighter. And then in the legendary slot, which I only have a legendary 1 refill station, faster reloads. Now as to my inspirations, in slot 1, I'm using the Russian cruiser commander Nikolai for extra range, like to reach out with these guns. And then also Charles Madden for faster rotation, because Japanese cruisers are slow rotating guns and it gives me a little bit faster reload. In my first slot, I use aiming system mod 1. Now on the Japanese cruiser, main battery mod 2 could be good as well. It could work either way depending on how you like to battle your ship. In slot 2, I go with steering gear mods because I'm a better open water player. But if you want to build for an island build, propulsion mod 2 might be better for you. So it all depends on how you want to play it. In slot 3, I go with steering gear mods again. I'm more into the open water, but concealment mod would work really well in this slot as well. Target acquisition, not so much. Giving the ship 39,200 health points, 13% damage reduction to torpedoes. My guns will reach out to 17.1 kilometers, 13.2 second reload, and a 19.5% chance on fire. Torpedoes are good. I've got 4 launchers with 3 torpedo tubes each, with a 10-kilometer range at 62 knots, with a speed of 36.1 knots. Rudder shift time of 3.4 seconds. Not too bad on the rudder shift time. And a concealment of 12 kilometers. 6.7 if you're in smoke. And let's take her into battle and see how she plays. Now we've got Northern Waters, Domination. I love this new map. Love it to death. It's got a little bit of everything for you. It looks beautiful. And it just looks like the ocean's angry. Now we're on the sea cap, and as everybody knows, and I've stated before, I'm a better open water captain, but I'm on the island side and I got to take this side. Oh, Not loving it. Now, I haven't been in the ship in a minute, so I was checking the arcs of the torpedoes, and the torpedoes arc off to the rear. Then I look. We're in a Tier 6 ship and a Tier 7 battle, and there's 2 Udachis on the other team. So it's going to be a battle up in those islands, and I'm thinking to myself, I got to be very careful in here because the little sneaky things can come around and just play havoc with me. But my job is to get this island and get in this base and hold what I can, at the same time keeping back the battleships. So I'm in a division with my good playing mate, Beast Mode 5050. He's going to stay behind me and he's going to open water. So I'm heading to this island directly in front of me. I'm going to hug this island and make sweet, sweet love to it for most of the battle. And I hope this isn't as boring as it looked when I rewatched this the first time, but I have people ask how to do this, and when you get a good game in one and you want to show people how to do it, you know, I figured I'd do it. So I've got the Iowa there, and I'm not opening up first because I don't want to allow myself, you got to get to the island. Now I'm close enough here that I've opened up on the Myoko, but I switched ammos now from HE, and I've set a fire, to AP because he's flat broadside on, and fire out on him to try and get the flat penetration. Now I'm tucked up to the island, and the Myoko turned just in time not to catch those flat broadsides, so he did a good job there. So now I switch back over. Now I'm being plane spotted, but not hard spotted, so nobody has direct line of sight to me. Now I'm being directly spotted, and now I've fallen off. Now the Sean horse saw that I was coming up there by the plane, and he took a punt. So before I got to the island, I threw it in reverse so I can get back behind it. I take a punt out at the Scharnhorst, set a fire, set 2 fires, do some module damage. Again, HE. Now you can see the shells dropping in. Now that I'm not seeing, before I even go forward, before I'm all the way back, I've already thrown it back and forward. That's the key. Now, as I'm about to come out, watch, I'm already slowing down. The ship's still going to cruise forward while you have it in reverse, so you've got to be throwing it in reverse. Now, the Scharnhorst is backing off, so I'm putting the shots in behind him. Now, once I've fired, he sees me. He's going to return to me, so I've got to already be going backwards. Shells are inbound. I didn't give him long to lock me. Iowa fired. They're not getting long to see me before I'm there. I'm unspotted again. Now, as you can see, the little icon that shows next to the lower right side of my aiming reticle, there's the mountain range in there. So I have to wait till I clear the mountain range. That little triangle means the guns are obscured. He can't see me now. He's just taking pot shots. Now, I just took a pot shot at him. It's already in reverse, backing up. This is so tedious, but this is what makes you skilled. Now, I just took the base. Beast Mode slipped in it with me. Surprisingly, he's not drawing near the attention I am. Airplane up. By the way, I put my airplane up at the same time Beast did, which was a bad mistake on our behalf. Whenever you go into battle, you should always look to see on your mini-map if one of your cruisers has thrown a plane up, because one plane will last 6 minutes. And another plane, you know, if his gets shot down. Okay, now the Myoko, I see the Myoko, and I switched to AP. Because again, if he goes between those 2 islands, I want to give him a flat broadside of AP. And I've got him lined where I think I've got a good range on him. Guns out. Let's see what we do here. He looked like he was flat for half a second. Two pins, 2 over pins, 2 shatters. You know, a little bit there. The HE could have done some. AP okay. Now backing off. Again, this is just, it seems boring, but this is how you have to do it. It's hugging this island, not allowing, if that Iowa gets a piece of me, game over. The Myoko Citadel is so easy to penetrate with big caliber guns. Even with that Scharnhorst, he can do me some pretty good damage. So take a little pot shot at the Myoko, run him off from my partner. I'm spotted, my guns are open. I'm already backing up, same thing. I'm watching that Iowa, he's backing up, they're taking shots at me, they know I'm dangerous. Anybody that can do this well is dangerous, and they want to get me out of the game. So now I take a pot at the Iowa, keep backing up, throw it in forward. As soon as we start going forward, get line of sight here. Scharnhorst is out of range. Scharnhorst is running. He's scared. Myoko, now I don't want to get out here too far. Iowa, so I slam it in reverse. And in all honesty, this is where the engine mod would be much better. Now, I've overcommitted here. I make a mistake right here. I've overcommitted. If that Iowa got his guns around faster, but he just fired them, I could be completely punished right here for my mistake. Luckily, he fired him in the other direction. It'll take 30 seconds for him to get him up. He just put shots out at me, and he gave me a little damage, but he could have really, really punched my ticket right there if he'd have aimed at the rear of the ship. Between the guns towards the rear is where you want to hit the Japanese cruiser. Now, we've got another fire. Now, I'm going to back up so they don't think, because I've been coming out the front the whole time, So let's give them something else. Let's look at another direction here. Let's see what we got here. Now, I've already started going forward, so I can stop. And as I was saying, this is where the engine mod would be good, because the engine mod gets you going faster by 50% in the other direction. So if you are trying to do this, that allows you to come out and go forward faster. Where if I get in open water, I can twist a lot better. So I'm just dumping some more HE spam into the Iowa, doing what I'm supposed to do here. We're up to 51,000 damage. We're just doing what we can to cause havoc. Every time we get behind the island, they lose sight of us. So they start looking for somebody else. There's my partner. I'm bringing up the track with the torpedoes, trying to see what the Iowa's doing. He's going to the left. So we got to come out a little bit further. Get some heat off of my partner there. Now it gives him two choices since he was looking at my partner more. We've owned this cap for a while. Now, I forgot to mention, we've already destroyed all their destroyers. So I'm not worried now about something sneaking up on me. And we've got one destroyer left. So we have the vision. And all we're doing is just throwing the pain down. I'm spotted for half a second. Keep getting behind this island. This is the way it has to work. Now, you can do it if you've got good guns. You can do it where you're angling at the island and back out away from the island, get some shots off, and pull back up to the island. The problem with that is you only have one route of escape, backwards, where I can go forwards or backwards to escape if I need to. Now, I'm getting dangerous here because now we've lost sight of the Iowa, and I'm curious where he's at. I've only lost 9,000 health so far. So I feel like I'm doing good. There he is. Now, I take a punt at him. I throw it in hard reverse, and I can see his guns turning right on over. Now, luckily, there's an island between us, and hopefully, and it didn't work, but he got the front of the ship. There's no citadels from the front turrets forward. So I take another punt at him between these islands. Now, I'm going to keep backing up here. I'm doing 13 knots. And before I get out around this island, I want to start slamming it forward so I don't cruise too far out. I'm looking at with the torpedo track, seeing which way he's turning. I've already put it in quarter forward so that it'll slow down. Backing it up a little bit, stopping forward now. And I got to keep coming out. Now, it's dangerous for me here because he's got the ass of my ship sticking out. And if he got a punt right back from the middle to the back guns, that's where he can punch my citadel all day long and just one-shot me. And he's burning down. He's just burning nicely. Rounds inbound. And we got the kill on the fire. Alright, now he's down. Now, I look on the mini-map and nothing's in range. You can look and see where the last three ships are. The white ring is my range. The blue ring is my detection. Nothing can see me. Time to go out and surf around. Okay, now we're down. We've lost our Akatsuki, but there went one of the battleships. So now I'm going to go out and play out in the open water. And we're going to ride it out. We haven't even used our sonar. We didn't get close enough to a destroyer to use it. I just sent up another plane to get up some visual and see what we can do, what we can find up out here. Now, this is where I'm better at. Okay, now the Myoko's down. Now there's just one ship left. We're up on bases. We're up on points. We're up on everything. You know, ships. So this game is most likely a lock, but you never know. You always play like you could lose the game. Don't try to win harder when you've got the game secured. So I look back at my partner. We're actually discussing going to B. But we say, there's no way. We only need 100 more points. You know, let's try and just get some extra damage in here, being greedy. Don't want to win harder, but you see me trying to do it. Now I'm getting out to where he's just outside my maximum gun range. Get my gun locks. Want to get them all around. Get all my guns around. Fire off. Now he can see me because once I fired, your detection range goes out to your maximum gun range. Shells inbound. Now he's looking at me, and that wasn't too good. 3 shells. Island coming up in front of me. You can see the indicator. Turn in. Slow down. Make the cut. There's a fire. Fire 2 more front turrets at him. I just fired at me. Don't think he's going to hit. Scharnhorst isn't accurate. Long-range fired back at me. So I turn. Again, open water captain. Yep, nothing. Had I stayed straight, he might have caught a piece of me. Now he's got a 21 or 22 second reload, depending on how he has it set up. It could be 20. So he can fire just a little bit longer than me. Not too much. Now he's firing back at me again. So twist. This way I'm not where he wanted the shots to go, and those would have hit the back of my ship had I stayed straight. And there, cussing because I wanted more damage. But that's a solid effort right there. 76,000 damage done. Top of the leaderboard with 1,963 XP, 1 kill, and made 158,000 credits. Thank you. See you next time.